Hi, this is Kat at inkingpaperwithkat.com. Welcome to my craft room. Today's project is another little Halloween treat box. This one has a window. I think you can see it, and it is cut like the witch's hat, which you use the witch's hat die from. And when you open it up, it holds quite a few treats. This one has 4 little snack size candy bars in it. But if you don't want to do candy, these individual packets of Pepperidge Farm Chessman shortbreads fit perfectly in this box. And you've got a great little cookie treat. You could also certainly bake a cookie, and this would be the normal size of, let's say, a chocolate chip cookie, and put it in a food safe bag and put it right in the box and have a little window that people could peek through and see what's in it. To make this project, you will need a sheet of cardstock that is 5 by 8.5. This is Highland Heather. You also need a scrap of acetate, 2.5 by 2.25. That's for your window. A piece of DSP that is 2 3/4 by 2.5. Excuse me. 2 pieces of DSP that are 2 7/8 by 7/8, and 2 pieces that are 2 5/8 by 7/8. You also need a scrap of black, a scrap of Whisper White, and we are going to do some die cutting out of DSP today. So I'm using the, to think about it, what it's called? Toil and Trouble DSP, and I'm going to cut out a witch's hat, and I'm going to cut out that broom. Now on here I have the broom. The witch's hat I did originally, I did in the black, and I did that intentionally because it had the black cats and then the black background for the stars, and I just liked that look. But I think on the Highland Heather, this purple witch's hat is going to look great. So let's get started on this project. I think we will do our die cutting first. So you are going to need a Big Shot cutting machine, magnetic plate, base plate, and you need the DSP you're going to cut from. I'm using the witch's hat framelits, and I want this purple one. So you just put that on, top plate, roll it through, and you have a witch's hat. Then we also want the broom. Now I'm hoping I can get this broom out even though it's right there on the edge. But I think we can do this. So we're going to line up our die, because this is certainly easier than trying to fussy cut this little broom, and it's just too cute to not use. There's also a broom stamp in the stamp set, so you could stamp it, color it, die cut it, and have a little broom. So there we go. And I think that will work fine. All right, we are done with our Big Shot. So let's put this out of the way. And let's get out our Simply scoreboard. We need our cardstock. And on the short side, let's start there. We're going to score at 1 and 4. All right, let's score our paper. We are going to score on the short side at 1. and 4. Turn it to the long side and score at 1, 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7 1/2. All right, let's put that aside. Now what we need to do is attach all of our DSP. And I'm just using snail to do this. Okay, all of our paper is attached, so now we need to get our Big Shot or cutting machine out again and put the window in. So you need your magnetic plate, a cutting pad, and because we're using the witch's hat, which is of course directional, we need to put the top of it pointing towards the center of the box. So center that. Oops. And let's run it through. I'm having a problem today. And you have a little witch's hat left, so you could hang on to that and use it for something else. All right, let's fold and burnish. Now you do want to burnish this really well. It's a box. You want your edges nice and straight and tight. Hopefully you're not hearing all of the yard work that is going on in my neighborhood today for some reason. Okay, and let's do some cutting. If you hold it so that the long side is at the top and the bottom, you'll see that you have 3 squares on each side. We need to cut up those score lines. Those are going to be the glue tabs, and we need to wedge them. And as you wedge them, you should be removing those knobbly bits that you get from scoring your paper. That also will help give you a cleaner look to your box. Okay, do the other side exactly the same. Okay, now we have one more thing to do before we assemble, and that is to attach our acetate. That keeps anything from falling through your window. So all you need to do is take some double-sided tape or a bit of fuse and just put it around your hat. And then lay your window on. Press that down really well. All right, now we can assemble our box. So I'm going to use fuse on this on all 6 of those tabs. Could also use Tombow, double-sided tape, tear and tape, whatever you prefer or have handy. All right, so for the lid of your box, you are going to attach those two tabs to the sides. Make sure you line that up well. And then for the bottom, we will attach the other 4 tabs. Again, line them up. So you have nice square corners. All right. And that is our little box. All done. All right, let's take our Whisper White and we are going to use the Trick or Treat from the Cauldron Bubble stamp set. This stamp set. And stamp it. The 1-inch punch. Now let's take our other embellishments, and what we're going to do is use some dimensionals, and we're going to pop up the witch's hat about there. So you want to put a couple of dimensionals on. Like so. And then we want our little broom attached. So I'm going to put 1 dimensional on the bottom of the broom. And lay it on. And then we're going to use another dimensional on our sentiment. I hate covering up all those cute fall leaves. We'll put it down. No, we're going to put it there. And that is our Witch's Hat window treat box, which we can fill up with lovely little treats. I'm going to put in 2 Kit Kats, an Almond Joy, and a Hershey's bar. There's our 2 projects. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you give it a try. And I hope you think about using your dies in different ways so that you can make a window opening something that is other than a circle or a square. Some of these shapes really lend themselves to windows. Let me know if you try the project. I hope you enjoy it. See you again soon.